Black Panther is finally here. Hey, I'm Amy and welcome back. Yes, that is right. I can't believe it is finally Black Panther Day. I have been so excited for this movie ever since they showed him in Captain America Civil War and they were showing all kinds of previews and stuff for this. Oh, it's just so good. I was so excited. The cast looked amazing. Like, it just, in general, everything just looked so good. So I had very high expectations going into this. And right up front, I want to say that I know nothing about superhero movies, comic book movies, besides what is actually in the movies for the most part. So I don't know anything about superheroes. If I get anything wrong or don't understand anything that is in the comic book and can be explained by a comic book, forgive me, because honestly, I don't care that I don't know this stuff, because to me, the only thing that really matters is the movies, because I enjoy the movies. I am just a casual fan. I'm not like super in-depth knowledge on the movies either, but I still enjoy watching the comic book movies and having some fun. I was also super excited for this when they announced that Ryan Coogler was going to be co-writing and directing, because when I was in film school, we watched Fruitvale Station, and that kind of just like changed my world for a while. The film was so intense, and the way they told the story and the way Ryan Coogler directed everything was just so beautiful and amazing and heart-wrenching. I just fell in love with that movie and Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler. So I was super excited times a million for this, because combining that beautiful Fruitvale Station independent film feel and Ryan Coogler's directing style that he used from that within the Marvel universe for this really awesome, groundbreaking superhero that we haven't really seen on screen besides Anthony Mackie. It was just, I knew it was going to be awesome no matter what. I know I usually have something very super picky about most films, but with this one, there wasn't really anything that I didn't like. I feel like that happens to me with all of these superhero movies. I just don't really have anything to pick on, because to me, the superhero genre of movies isn't really super in-depth in like meaning and stuff that I would look for in, say, like Fargo, just because it's sitting right there and I see it. I feel like the only superhero movies that I really look for super deep meanings in, with the way that it's directed or there's dialogue or different things are shot, is like the Batman trilogy, but that's because it's a Christopher Nolan film. So with most of the Marvel movies, I don't really look any deeper into the story than what's on the surface, because most of what's on the surface, if there is a deeper meaning, it's going to go into something else within one of the other millions of Marvel movies. So because they're all interconnected, so I don't feel like there's any kind of deeper meaning into it, and I feel like I just rambled on about that. So let's go into something a little bit different. The cast. I could rave about this cast forever. I mean, you have such a great cast here. Chadwick Boseman, Lupita Nyong'o, Michael B. Jordan, Andy Serkis, Martin Freeman, Forrest Whitaker, Daniel Kaluuya, Angela Bassett, I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name, but Denai, who plays Michonne on The Walking Dead, and Sterling K. Brown even makes a small little cameo appearance in a couple scenes, which was totally new to me. I didn't even realize he was in this movie, and I'm not a huge This Is Us fan. I've never watched an episode, but it was still kind of cool because he's a great actor and he's pretty good in this. I was very surprised and I really enjoyed it. Very surprised seeing him, not very surprised that he's a good actor. I knew that already, but I was very surprised to see him, and it was really cool. So the cast in this is incredible, and I mean, it's an entirely black cast besides Martin Freeman and Andy Serkis. But this cast was just so amazing. I could probably just say that for hours and hours on end. I was just so pumped for this cast to begin with, because it was such a groundbreaking, and I know I really have no right saying that because I'm just some puny little white girl, but I just love seeing groundbreaking movements like this in filmmaking. Whoops, my mic went out there for a little bit, but Anyways, back to talking about how much I love this cast. I mean, Chadwick Boseman is the perfect Black Panther. Again, I don't know anything about the comics, but he's just so great. He's so commanding. He has this very dry, sly sense of humor that I just love because he just looks so serious, but then he slides in these just really funny, great jokes, especially when he's interacting with the actress who plays his younger sister. She's great. They both have great chemistry together. They're hilarious and they're just throwing jokes back and forth at each other. And I really love Michael B. Jordan as the kind of antagonist slash villain along with Andy Serkis, because Andy Serkis is great in everything. Let's be really honest, when he's doing mocap or when he's doing live action. Anyways, Michael B. Jordan. Like I said, I fell in love with Michael B. Jordan when I saw him first in Fruitvale Station a while ago. So seeing him in this, or seeing that he was in this, made me very excited. He's just such a great actor. I really enjoyed seeing him as more of the antagonist, kind of, instead of the like leading man. So that was really cool. I also feel like Andy Serkis and Michael B. Jordan's characters were just like really cool villains that we hadn't really seen before. Maybe, I don't know, all of the Marvel movies kind of blend together into one thing, and I kind of forget what happens in a lot of them, besides like the last couple ones that I've seen. So maybe this has been a villain type that we've seen before, but to me it felt new and kind of fresh, so it was fun and interesting. But you know, that's just me also. And something that a lot of people have been talking about is the music for this movie. The music and the score is so great. It's probably my favorite music and score for a Marvel film, besides maybe Thor Ragnarok. I don't know, this might top it. I'm not a huge like hip hop rap fan, but this was super fun, mixed with like the classical string instruments from the score, and then Kendrick Lamar's music was very cool. Definitely takes this movie up a notch. Something else super cool about this film is that it very much holds true to its African roots. I mean, granted, I am just a stupid white girl who doesn't really know much about African culture, but I feel like because of the all-black cast and Ryan Coogler, they were able to really hold on to that kind of heritage and theme and feeling throughout the film, and I think they did a really great job, especially when you go into Wakanda for the first time. You really see this like African tribe feel infused with the like modernization that Wakandans have, and I just thought it was very beautiful the way they did that, and the way that they just showed Wakanda. It's so beautiful. There's even a line that Chadwick Boseman says when they go into it. It never gets old to him, and honestly I don't think that would ever get old to me either. Just seeing how beautiful that city looks, it kind of gave me chills seeing it on the big screen. Kind of going back to the kind of whole Marvel movie-esque-ness of this, honestly, this could be its own standalone film. It has some connections, especially with the end credit scene, that make it connect to the like Civil War movie and to Infinity War that's coming up. And there's some lines of dialogue, and I mean Martin Freeman and Andy Serkis really connect this movie to Civil War. If you just went and saw this without knowing anything about any Marvel movies at all, you probably would still be able to follow along for the most part. You wouldn't really need to have any other prior knowledge, besides maybe a little bit, or maybe just asking somebody who knows about the Marvel Universe to kind of explain tiny bits to you. But I honestly don't feel like that would be a problem. I feel like you could really get through this movie with knowing little to nothing about it, which is really awesome. I really like the fact that it could also be its own standalone film. So finally, my rating for this. I feel like it's been quite some time since I've actually done a new movie review. There's been so much Oscar stuff and not enough good, interesting movies for me to want to go spend my money on to see. I was just waiting for this. But my rating for Black Panther, To be very, very honest, I would give this a Redbox. I love this movie a lot, but it's honestly not my favorite. It's such a great movie. It's funny. It has great music, great cinematography, beautiful visual effects, but at the same time, I really liked Thor Ragnarok a whole lot better, mostly because the fact that it was completely different from the other two Thors, and I really disliked those. I think also I was just too hyped for this movie, and it kind of underwhelmed me a little bit. The trailers just lifted it up to here, and it came about here. It just kind of disappointed me a slight bit, but not by any means. I'm definitely still going to add this movie to my superhero collection, and that is all I have for Black Panther. As always, these are just my opinions, but I would love to know what you guys think of Black Panther. Is it your favorite Marvel movie? If not, what is your favorite Marvel movie? Let me know in the comments down below. And thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you, whoever you are. Let me know who you are in the comments down below, and let's be friends. If you enjoyed this, leave a like and subscribe if you're new, because I love talking about all things movies and TV shows, mostly film history. I do love some good film history, but I hope you guys stick around, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!